sometimes singers will think of their line or their sound as being visual, so you can get them to make changes in their sound by visualizing a painting, by visualizing a color, or even characterizing the poetry of the time. Mozart is his music has a very definite sound to it and has a very definite way of interpretation. But you also have to realize that Mozart is growing up in a time when he was traveling around to all sorts of courts all over the world. So Mozart's music is a combination of all sorts of different musical styles: French, German, Italian. And so you have to look at all of those musical styles, all of the things that are happening in the courts of the times, in addition to the languages, how the languages flow, what the rhythm of the language is, that sort of thing, and then what sorts of things he enjoys personally. He often picked stories that were a little bit risque or that dug at other people. And so you have to look at, you have to interpret your character by looking at how Mozart is seeing your character as well. I think he's such a master at getting into his character's head, no matter what the age of the character. And I think there are a lot of universals. Cherubino, for example, he's a pubescent boy. And so there's always, there's a generality there, even present in today's time, that you can carry over. When I do male roles, and being a mezzo, sometimes I get to do those, you have to look at the way young males move. They move very differently. They stand very differently than women do. Their gestures are different. And I mean, and combine that, if you look at today's teenage boys, well, then you have to combine that with the fact that kids of that era were also taking dance, and so they were taking ballet. So then you have to kind of put that into your character as well. There are lots of things that you can kind of dump into your character.